Good evening. My name is Saba Moher, and I am from Ohio. So I understand that this is an evening of art and culture, and something that I deeply appreciate. I love my culture, Afghan culture, but I was also born here, and something that I have adopted is using art as a form of resistance. I like to use poetry as my medium to release everything, every frustration, every emotion, every love, peace, and joy that I feel inside me. And I also like to incorporate words in Farsi in my poetry. So don't be afraid. Farsi has it's a very rhythmical language. So I hope that you will enjoy it. I have a couple pieces that I would like to perform for you all tonight. And so here we go. I was born in a place far and distant. Far and distant from everything, from every bustle of chauffeuring taxis and streaming lines in front of street hammams. I have no use for fancy oils or softened skin. Mine is naturally weathered to beat, and I understand every bit why. Mine was made for one place, far and distant, lionly and strong. But my song is one void of wing and wind, with no singing cities of where I belong. I haven't seen my country beyond CNN or BBC. Don't know my country any more than the third-person memory I live off of, any more than my Baba paints his dreams for me. October fall signals to me my mountains have twisted from green to gold, and the time has come for Baba and I to hike, our annual hike of Jungle Book dreams and sowing seed streams of soul. We hike until our duet of dueling echoes return colors of song. We hike until Baba sees his unborn grandchildren floating in mountain mist. We hike and hike until lapis dawn deciphers delicately distant messages cloaked in 5 lion false pine shade. We hike and hike until we have reached the edge of the highest Afghan mountain, and here we have made it to the edge of Baba's painting. So we turn around and we wait for the next circle of non-existent annual hikes. Hike and hike until forever in this delusion. But I know my place among telltale trees and lucid hearts. I know it's not here where the street signals direct us. It is not here where monotony and speed rob a life of life. It is in motherly gardens of uneven mulberry groves, dusted in the distance, Bakhak, Wakhun, my love, my son, my Shamali moon. We've known no other way, my grandfather said. In a land of Firan, I'm a slave to fate, the cries at a shattered pond. Mine is not the longing of the natives, wrapped in reservation. It is not that of the sailor in love with the sea, because in season's time he sailors the sea. No bar, no bars, no bar, no bars. I'm sorry, I can't write poetry for my country, for my people, for the disconnected memory that I love. How can I write rhythmical tabs balai when I have no experience over there of my own to write, and I wish I were my mother? So I can, as she does, feel all and whole within and around her whispering womb, to seek those who seek to wound her whispering womb. Of my mother's morning dew that drops desperate prayer and place a cannon ash upon a tender lily's tip, squeezing sour cherries so the juice runs down her fists and into the hearts of those who are dead and thirsty, in need of something natively sweet, much like me. Shh. Do you hear? I want to go home. I want to go home, I want to go home, and I want to go home, but to what home? The one raised to the ground, the one with burned pictures of my family? It is the one that can be only once, a lingering echo of my mother's deepest memory. And to return to this, there is no road or path or way. Don't you see? The home I speak of existed only once. It was a dream. This This is what resonates the core of me, what invades and makes hedge to my deepest thoughts and memories. Some may have words, but I have heart. Some may have a story that reveals their want, but mine is one full of taunt. And you may not care. What is your concern? But I'm a drifter in this life. Pray that my feet will soon feel her womb at its soul, where no chain will shackle the heart of my foot to the base of anything. I choose where I pitch my tent. I'm a vagabond drifting, a gypsy and coach, disappeared until I find my mother again. I will be in the places of placelessness. I will be in roads of memory or rivers of song. And by every easterly wind, I recite a past. I will cling to the earth as if she were my life, my blood, and will her to stand and shrug fiends and human leeches off her breast until she is calm, budded, and warm enough to cradle who's left in lull and hymn. And I pray a distant drifter an earth of their own memory, manifest and sound as I shall never have. Lucky is he who has heard the sound of Azan on their ancestral lands, because I've never heard the sound of my country. I have never felt her sun beat or blistered her bitter winter. But my skin is tough, like those on the mountainside, ethnically inherited, and I get every reason why. The one place I long for, a place I day and dream, a place I gotta be alone, بدون two, wama, the hidden drifting breeze. Thank you. I have one more that I would like to share with you all, if you can bear it. I actually wrote this, when the floods in Pakistan happened. The title is Asya, which is the word in Farsi for Asia. And I'd like to share it with you all tonight. Let me walk ba asman ha ya Asya, Sami. Blanket me around her cloth. I want to feel that flood. The Arab angels weep upon this day, their aura trickling tears when celebrities run money-making marathons for a Haitian. And don't get me wrong, because they need it. But I gotta ask, what happened to Pakistan's telethon? Did Beyonce forget the angels from hymns around the mountaintops of Asya? Or is it by the same chauvinistic bigotry that annihilated Cordoba? I haven't forgotten about their obsession with Islamophobia. And I haven't forgotten that Haiti has yet to receive its promised relief. But why would they? When cholera, painless to extend, substitutes a lended hand, so I extend mine to Shahid. It is empty, but it is firm, and it is floodless. He says, they appropriated your earnings, spread Asya with tomcats. You see, why send aid when you can send drones to drown dreams? I never consented to these gifts, Shahid. Well, I never asked for the yatim to be beheaded. Pakistani doles doling Shahid's last beat of breath, so he turns away from me, and he turns unto the hidden, unto the resurrector, unto the witness, unto the first, unto the last, the only, my only, al-haq, what had the my shield, you have destined the eternity of my existence into folds, so that if I were green, then I would have been a jungle, and if I were layali stretched, then I would be the desolate tent to Majnun's desert, and if I were a mountain spring, sinuous, were warm, then like Isa's mother Maryam, I would be pure. And if tonight you make me tomorrow's conference of birds, then let me be the humming haze that rubs over Asya, and like a mirror I will look on to those below. Tenderly, as a mother unto her child, I would say, if frightened, or if wahshat, baby, shh, do not be troubled. A flood of dust or a gust of water may bend the soil, not bend your soul. Allah said, with every pain there is ease, with every pain there is ease. Dust or water, that is to still be, baby, to perish in dust or water, that is how you exist. Thank you. I can't wait to hear everyone else tonight.